Hi, I'm Zach, and this is Challenger Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. So, today we're talking about the true meaning of Anuradha Nakshatra. And if you like my videos, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me in the channel. If you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. So, Anuradha. The animal symbol of this nakshatra is the doe, or the female deer, and the rabbit, the female rabbit. The deity is Mitra, and the ruling planet is Saturn. This nakshatra takes place from 3 degrees 20 arc minutes to 16 degrees 40 arc minutes of Scorpio. So, let's talk about Anuradha. I'm not going to lie and say this is an easy nakshatra. There will be some dark things that we're going to talk about later in this video. You don't need to skip yet. I'll let you all know when those are coming up. But I'm going to preface this by saying my moon is in Anuradha. So, I've been through it. Now, this nakshatra is strongly tied to plumbing issues. What? Plumbing issues. Yes, plumbing issues. The reason being, this nakshatra is represented by the lotus flower. The lotus flower grows up through the shit and the muck of the swamp. It grows up from dirt and filth. And when it blooms, it's one of the most beautiful flowers. So you'll see, like the stem and the root of the lotus flower, that karmic backlog, plumbing issues with this nakshatra. Now, not just plumbing issues when it comes to plumbing, but also there can be backups in lines. This doesn't just have to be in plumbing. But also, this nakshatra is a trend-setting nakshatra. Anuradha people can be ahead of their time in a lot of ways. They have a tendency to think outside the box. This is the nakshatra of friendship. Good and bad sides of friendship. You can see Anuradha people have, some of the best friendships where they're so close it looks like they're brothers or sisters. But they can also have some of the worst friendships. They can deal with betrayal with friendships. They experience that heavy karma when it comes to friendships, but also they experience the best side of friendships as well. This is the nakshatra of contracts and negotiations, along with Uttar Falguni representing these things. Anuradha does as well, because it's the nakshatra of friendship. Bringing people together is Anuradha. Also, with how the lotus flower grows in the swamp, in the dirt, to rise up from that dirt and filth, you can see Anuradha people grow up poor, generally. But they rise above it. They overcome. So we see that as well. Also, these people can be very gifted with the occult. This nakshatra is tied to Radha. And Radha was a very gifted occultist. I've seen this nakshatra is tied to astrology, is tied to palmistry. So we see that as well. Now, trying to think, there was something else I wanted to say. What was it? There was something I was going to say. No, I guess that was it. Okay. So, now we're going to talk about the darker side of Anuradha. So, this is your warning. If you do not want to know about the darker side of this nakshatra, you can skip the rest of this video. I'm going to start with the mythological story. There's two of them that we're going to talk about. So, the first, we're going to talk about Mitra and Varuna. So, Mitra and Varuna were best friends. They would often live together as one, sharing a body. Now, in this story, they both came across this woman named Urvashi. And they both decided they wanted to sleep with her. Now, she was a goddess. She knew that they were two men. But they slept together anyways. They had a threesome with Mitra and Varuna sharing a body. Okay. So, what do we see with this? Well, we see love triangles. Love triangles are very significant with this nakshatra. Varuna is the deity of Satyabisha. So, we see that there is a love triangle that takes place between Anuradha and Satyabisha people. An Anuradha person will attract a Satyabisha person in their life at some point where there will be a love triangle that takes place. Urvashi loved Mitra, but saw Varuna as just lusting after her. So we also see, one person being chosen over the other. Now, let's talk about, before the next one. This nakshatra is represented by the doe, the female deer. So, with this, we see some karma, some negative karma, where deer are always being hit by cars. So, with this nakshatra, we see car accidents become very prevalent. Vehicular accidents in general, it doesn't just have to be cars. But we see that there is negative karma with car accidents. These people have a tendency to get into them. So I would say, be careful. Always, keep your car insurance or whatever vehicle you're driving. Wear your seatbelt or whatever other safety measures you can take, because they will happen. Now, let's talk about the other mythological story tied to this nakshatra. So, Anuradha is a story of Radha and Krishna. Radha was in love with Krishna, but Krishna knew that his path in life was going to take him elsewhere, that he wasn't supposed to marry her. And despite him being in love with her, he left and ended up with someone else. Radha, when this happened, went temporarily insane. She went screaming and running into the forest, into the jungles. Stayed there for a long time, became a great occultist. She never did end up with Krishna as her lover. She died in his arms, if I remember correctly. But they were never together. So, with this nakshatra, first, we do see mental health issues with Anuradha. This can be anything from panic attacks to more severe. So we do see that with this nakshatra. I myself have dealt with panic attacks. Remember, my moon is in this nakshatra. I've been through all of this. Radha was extremely devoted to Krishna, but he wasn't devoted to her in return. He couldn't be. So, what we see with this nakshatra is, despite it being the nakshatra of devotion, that devotion isn't always returned. Remember, this is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is a planet of karma. Saturn doesn't make things easy. The other thing we see is Radha did not end up with Krishna. So at some point in life, there will be someone who you truly love that will not remain a part of your life. Whether through a breakup, a love triangle, cheating, or any other way, this person will not stay in your life. Now, it does not mean that you cannot find love with someone new, but you will likely always remember the love you had for that person, like Krishna to your Radha. But don't let that take away from the love that you will find later in life, is what I have to say about that. And once again, I've lived this. My moon is in this nakshatra. Alright. The other thing I want to say, this is specifically for people in India. Because I know in India it is common practice to name your children after nakshatras. Especially naming your daughter after these nakshatras. Please, do not name your daughter after this poor woman who suffered, losing the love of her life, dying alone. Why would you curse your daughter like that? Now, done with my little lecture. But, yeah, this nakshatra is the nakshatra of karmic friendships, of devotion that isn't always rewarded. But these people are trendsetters. They are ahead of their time. And they make great friends. You're the kind of person that someone wants to have in their life. But alright, that's what I have for you. If you like my videos, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me in the channel. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.